Welcome back, guys, to another Chiefpep video. Or maybe I should say another Chiefpep vlog. So it's Wednesday morning. My job is getting to the holidays, so I have some spare time now, so I can do this vlog on this Wednesday morning. And I've asked you, thank you so much for all your comments, by the way, and your likes and your engagement on the last vlog video. A lot of you guys were interested in my previous life, my previous job in the motorcycle industry. I'll tell you about that this vlog. I'll also talk a little bit about what I've done on the bike, because of course the project is still working in the background. I'm still working on the project, so I'll discuss that. And another thing is, let's just start. So first of all, what I've done on the project, I've installed the brake lines, the brake hoses in the front. And I could do that because I have now my brake fluid pod. Now, I was considering or thinking about just adding just a white plastic normal brake pod, because it's just a necessity that you have on your bike. And I'm always thinking, where do I spend my money on? What's important? But then I thought, it is kind of important to spend money on this brake fluid pod, because I'm constantly looking at it. So it's for the aesthetics, it's so important that this should be kind of neat to look at. So I've decided to go for the ABM brake fluid pod, which turned out really great. I'm really happy for that. Oh, by the way, this is the back of the central station. So we have the central station here in Amsterdam. It's really near my house. And now that the bridge is open, because some boats have to go there. Okay, look, there is the central station there in the far background. You can see it, maybe. And we also have here a really old Dutch boat, which is from our VOC, Verenigde Oost-Indische Compagnie. We used to do a lot of trade, as you know, with herbs and stuff like that. And we have a museum for that, so that's really nice. If you ever visit Amsterdam, it's nice to go there and see a little bit about the background of Amsterdam. Okay, so spending money on those items are worth it, I guess, because you're looking at your bike like I'm doing now, and if you have that brake pod here and it's like plastic, it wouldn't be really good for all the money and time I've spent. So I've spent some money on that, so I could do the brake fluid. And another thing is that I've bought mirrors, because I want the bike to be completely street legal. I don't want any things with the police, like, oh, where are your mirrors, where is your braking light, where are your turn signals and stuff like that. So I've decided to make the bike completely street legal. And so I don't have anything to do with that. And I kind of like these mirrors. They're from Highsider. I don't really like the name Highsider. I don't think it's a well thought name, I can say, as a marketeer. So, well, never mind. These were just the best mirrors I could find. Let's go this way, behind the central station, more the city. Okay, so maybe that's a kind of a nice bridge to the other topic that you wanted to hear from our previous life. When I was young, I started in the motorcycle industry at a retail company, a big retail company which had a lot of franchisers in Holland. As a young kid, when I finished school. And after that I worked there. A lot of wholesalers or importers, like Yamaha, Suzuki, Harley Davidson. They were looking for some new fresh boys and girls to go to the marketing department and work there. And I was kind of this, yeah, they called it a high potential. I was really young. I was like 23, 24. And I was really eager, really hungry. I just finished my study, and I kind of knew a lot about bikes. And a really nice thing is if you do the marketing at a wholesaler or a importer, it's really good that you also have kind of the knowledge about bikes, and especially technical knowledge, because if you have to spend time with journalists, for instance, it's good that you know what you're talking about. So if journalists try to ask you certain technical stuff, it's not so handy that you constantly as a PR or marketing guy have to tell, I have to ask that at the technical department. So I used to race kind of a bit on bikes. I used to wrench on the bikes, obviously. So, and I've studied marketing, so that was a good package, I guess. And at that point, I could choose between Yamaha and Suzuki, and I chose to go for Suzuki. And that was my really big first job. I had the job before, but the big job at to work for a brand, for a wholesaler, is really cool. And I chose for Suzuki because there was this guy, this general manager, went there and he had this plan, and he wanted to make Suzuki #1 in market share in Holland within like 2 or 3 years, and that was his complete personal goal. And I saw that as a really big challenge, and I thought like, okay, I've got the energy. Oops, this is kind of strange what I'm doing now. I saw that as a really big challenge as a young, high potential, to do that. So I've worked for about 3 years for Suzuki Holland, and indeed after 2 years we became market leader. Now these 2 or 3 years was cost me. We're now entering the Rembrandtsplein. It's behind here. I can't enter there. Oh, can't enter here either. Okay, so what I'll do is just sneaky peeky do this. That's the handy thing about... Oh, this is nice. This is the Amstel. This is one of our famous waters where we used to travel with those VOC ships. And these houses here were like where the packages were delivered or entered the boats and stuff. So yeah, we used to travel in these canals here. These are the typical Dutch canals, and this is the Amstel. These are nice bridges, by the way. If I go a little bit faster, I can make some small wheelies. Okay, so let's go back to the topic. So we became market leader, and those 2.5, 3 years cost me like 10 years of my life, because I've worked so hard there, but I've learned so much as well. A non-stop marketing, so that was cool. And after that, when that challenge was done, my boss always told me like, okay, so now what we do? We want to grow. We want to continue growing. So what we could do, we got the contracts for Aprilia and Moto Guzzi, and for the Benelux. And I became responsible to do the whole marketing and PR strategy for Aprilia and Moto Guzzi for the Benelux. So that then I was marketing and PR manager there. And then I traveled the whole world, because we had a lot of introductions. Because if you do 2 brands, you can imagine that you have a lot of introduction. This was the time that Moto Guzzi introduced the for instance, the Stelvio, the Moto Guzzi Stelvio, and the whole new product lineup, like the Bellagio, Breva 1100, bikes like that were completely new and really cool. And this is also where I kind of developed my taste a little bit more. For instance, the Moto Guzzi 1200 Sports is a bike that not a lot of people know, but this was way before BMW introduced their kind of sporty bike. The 1200, what is it? Also kind of this custom bike, cafe racer style bike. Moto Guzzi was way more early with their introductions, and I really liked that brand. We never got like really big. We did a lot of good stuff in that period though. Marketing was perfect. Well, yeah, I obviously had all my strategy and all my knowledge gained by Suzuki, and yeah, it was really cool to do my the stuff of my own at Aprilia Moto Guzzi. And I also worked at Toyota and Lexus for a short period of time, a little bit more than 1 year. But I don't really like cars. They are really like, yeah, basic needs. They bring you from A to B, but the image and the styling and just everything that goes with a bike, as you bikers know, the feeling. If you can do marketing for motorcycles or motorcycle brands, it's yeah, way more interesting than for cars. So that was just a short period for some to learn sales, because then I was responsible for sales, and yeah, after that I've made the decision to start teaching because this psychological test turned out that I had done when I was applying actually for Fiat. After Moto Guzzi and Aprilia, I went for a job at Fiat, but then at the psychological test they really told me, like, you should do something with your teaching skills, because it's so deep in your roots. You just are like a born teacher, and this really opened my eyes, and I thought, like, wow, this is interesting that you're telling me this, and I never thought of it that way. And I just applied for a job at at that university where I now work. I knew some people there, and I just applied without there were no vacancies or anything, or no job offers. I just went there, talked to them, and they were like, wow, if you really want to do this, we could really use you. And then I went for that. Did that for 6 years, went one time back to the business industry, but that was at a media agency to help a friend out. And when I worked there for 2 years, I thought, like, no, I'm going back to the college where I work, and to the university, and I'm going to stay there. And that's what I made that decision. And that's something, maybe that's something to finish up, because I've made a choice about 6 years ago only to do, by the way, this is the Leidseplein, also typical behind here, where you really can have your drinks and everything if you ever go here. Yeah, sorry, I have to go back. So I've made the decision to only do what I like. I only want to have fun in life. I only want to enjoy what I do. Life is too short to, yeah, tick by doing things that you don't like, which you hate even maybe, or which you do without any efforts or without any, yeah, which costs you way too much energy. That's the word. If they cost a lot of energy, it's, yeah, I hate that. So I'm only doing what I like. I'm building bikes if I like. I'm making this YouTube channel if I like. I like to DJ a lot if I like. I like to like my work a lot. At my work I only do what I like. They often ask me if I want to be team manager or anything. No, I don't want to do that. I want just be in class, teach those kids a little bit the things that I've learned. And I like to read books, keep myself up to date. And I'm only doing what I like. Spend time with my kids, stuff like that. And this makes life so much easier and so much more fun. Let's go this way. So much more fun, and I'm enjoying life every day, every second. When I get up, I get up with a big smile, and I go to bed with a big smile. I knew this morning, last night I went to this concert with my best friend, which was great. I knew I'm going to make this vlog this morning because I feel like it. Let's do it. I could have done it Thursday or Friday, or even I could have left it. I thought, oh, never mind. But I thought, yeah, let's do that. Let's make the vlog. I'm gonna edit it. It's not too much work, these vlogs, because I don't have any voiceovers and stuff like that. A few camera angles, a few pictures maybe of my previous life, as I call it. So yeah, that's it. So I want to end this because otherwise this vlog is getting way too long. So I thank you all for watching, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Bye.